Hello, here I am with a monthly video that is a week late, and it is late because I was waiting for my test results from the doctor. I was there checking for cancer like I do every 3 months, and it was a little nervously this time because I did an ultrasound 3 weeks ago, I guess, 2.5 weeks, and he said he saw something that like tumor people have or get or whatever. So I was like, but it's nothing right now. Don't worry. I'm like, okay, so maybe another tumor will come eventually, but the test results came back fine. Every value. Every whatever you call those in English, the medical number, are all within their normal range. So I'm fine for now. It doesn't necessarily mean I'll get another 3 months, but for now anyway, the next blood test is scheduled for June. So right now, all is well. And I am here today in Nagaoka Tenjin, which is a place of a temple thing. Today also I was at the Suntory Yamazaki distillery, where they make Yamazaki whiskey and other types of Suntory whiskey. The best whiskey in Japan, I think. It's won prizes and stuff. I know of it because in the Yakuza series, you could go to a bar and drink, and then they have all real brands, because that series is the biggest sellout in video games. Although it's for a good cause, sort of, because it's realism. It doesn't feel intrusive like it did when you played Enter the Matrix and you saw a bunch of Powerade ads. Like there was no other ads in the whole game, and it was in the Matrix, but you just saw like Powerade vending machines all over the place. So that didn't make sense. But whatever. Yes, I went there. Yamazaki. It was actually on like the border of the Kyoto and Osaka prefectures, so that was cool, I guess. That it wasn't the line. I mean, the going to this distillery was cool. So this past month I have been studying like usual, and been doing better and better, I feel like. We have another test. We like the book, whatever book you call that in English, also textbook. That's it. We have 6 chapters, and per chapter we have one like test, and of those we've done 4. Now on Tuesday we're going to have the last 2 into one test. But of those 4, I started out with 80, and then 83, 85, 89. So I've done better and better every time, which is very cool. I feel like the hardest part is listening and speaking. Speaking is more kind of like, you have to put everything up to the test, and you have to battle your own nervousness and that kind of thing. But listening is just like hard, because in school anyway, because like it's really hard to before I have processed the first sentence, they're already on to the third sentence in the CD thing, the thing they're talking about. So it's just really hard to process everything in such a short time, and having to write stuff down. And you don't just write it down either. You have to answer questions, and if it's a question in this type of question, you have to answer it this kind of way. And I feel that's pretty damn hard. Reading also is pretty hard, just because I can just understanding the text is one thing, but then actually answering questions about it is another thing, because they try to mislead you a little bit there. But anyway, the term is over next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, and then I will go to Sapporo for a few days, for 4 days or something, and that will be cool. It will be quite a bit colder than it is here, though. It will go here is like 10 plus 10 to 15 or something, and there will be more like 1 or 2 or something, above freezing at least. Although I managed to lose one of my gloves when I went to this awesome lookout point on a mountain or big hill or whatever you call it in Kyoto. When I went back, I took the bus. There was actually a bus from the top there, and I had to sit in a very tight seat with one of those not really cardboard, but whatever they're called, divider things that really cut into my knee, because like it was too small to sit in, pretty much. So I took one of my gloves and put it on between my knee and the thing to soften the blow, so to speak. And then as I walked off the bus, tired and in this kind of daze, I left the glove, which happens a lot of times. That happens in Sweden when I like ridden the subway, I put the gloves on my knees, and I doze off or something, and then I just, oh, it's my station, and I would just walk out, forgetting that I had gloves on my knees. So I only have one glove now. So if it's going to be cold over there, I'll probably have to try and find new gloves, and I'm not sure where exactly, because my hands are, I think, bigger than Japanese people's hands. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the next term. I'm looking at it this way, because like I've done these 5 months and these 2 terms, I've been enjoying myself, having fun, buying games, a lot of games. I pretty much bought all the games I wanted, so yeah, that's pretty damn good. And I haven't looked for a part-time job, and I have studied, of course, but I haven't like super studied either, and I haven't really challenged myself to go out to talk to people and that kind of thing. So I haven't, I haven't done that much. That's a bit of a regret. So I think starting next term, after this spring break, so to speak, I will go into serious mode. Sort of. I will anyway. I will look for a part-time job. I will focus on, because school is going to get way harder anyway. So I'm going to focus on studying, and then as a form of like half pleasure, half study, I guess. What's it called again? Business and pleasure or something. I'm going to get like a card at like the Japanese version of Blockbuster, which is called Tsutaya. I will rent Japanese movies and Western movies that I can watch with Japanese dub, and just watch a couple of movies every weekend anyway, to try and to practice my listening skills. And so basically, like the first half year will be pretty much all fun, and then the other half will be more like studying and trying to get a job. So it's kind of like studying, working, eating, sleeping, something. But I want to learn Japanese, obviously, so that's why I'm here. So yeah. So 5 months down, and in only 3 or so weeks, it'll be 6. So almost half the time gone soon. But there's going to be more time, at least some. Still have stuff I want to do, still have a lot to learn, and still having a lot of fun. So